but it looks like F1 and V1 does a little bit better versus Akos. Now going off spawn, we're gonna get Wang Lang and Mike in the money position. Frostopus challenging this high yield money position as well. No one's gonna be getting money for free, no one's getting jades for free, but Mike, no armor to his name, is gonna get jumped on by Frostopus. LMB releases the RB, big parry coming down from Mike. F2 is gonna be invested. Nice damage denial from Mike. Frostopus fading away, holding the R&B twice. Mike chasing with the nunchucks, tap dodges through, is able to get a nice trap. LMB now Frostopus going for a ride, gonna try to tap dodge through, not able to. Constant pressure coming out from Mike. Good job from Mike, sitting in the pocket, using that sweeping LMB to make sure Frostopus is not able to get away. Now Wang Lang versus Mike. Mike's not done with his off spawn, gonna get an LMB into the confirm of the Tessa ult. Now F2 gonna be invested by Wang Lang. Mike allows, well, actually Wang Lang not able to get his health back. The double charge is gonna be coming down. Now he's gonna go for a ride as well. 1, 2 coming down, and OUG's Mike, like I was saying, this is when he starts popping off. Now a 3-piece coming to come down. Is he gonna get this third kill, Serve?
It's gonna be a massacre, man, because he came through here. He avoids a mid-air Tessa ultimate while chasing Arano for the dash, and RMB avoided too. Yo, Mike is already being everyone. He's phasing through time and space right now, trying to make sure he can catch his enchant priority with the RMBs. He loses it due to the scare rush coming out here, but we see GG Shot rushing in here with full Firefly builds in the mechs, having near ultimate. If Mike decides to find the time to use F1 here, it's just to reposition in mid-air, but of course he's looking to try to work this one out here. There's dash RMBs, burst with the purple nunnies is out damaging, out spiking Mike, and there's the army blue focus. As Mike gets eliminated, it's gonna be versus armor upgrade. Josh tried to drop down below, find the immediate armor swap back to his common armor. Nice ultimate focus coming through here and avoiding it and trying to extend this one out. We're gonna see GG Shaw using his ultimate in this response state, but he misses the dash. Verse almost gets caught through from this whisk throw, and luckily enough, he lucks out and going for that rollout, and of course being able to survive here. If he decides to re-engage against GG Shaw, it's just based on one fact alone. One, he's got purple pole sword, purple nunnies. If he can confirm this freeze could go massively, especially with the amount of damage he's dealing to try to get his binding fury up for it. There's a dash, there's the uppercut. The F1's up again due to this low cooldown, and as Versus keeping this pressure off against Shaw, horizontal block extreme, goes ahead for the clink and keeps his momentum going through inside of the Zest or into Arzen's Grove. Parry was with a dodge, and that's gonna be Versus' third elimination into this match.
Great parry coming out from Burst, denying Shaw's release right there. Shaw believing he has an opening right there, due to Verse canceling with the whole dodge, but Verse setting up the trap. Arms wide open, catches him with the parry, and the nunnies with the single hit. It doesn't matter whether or not you have sap. When you get parried by nunnies off spawn, your combo break is not going to matter. You're going to take a kick to the chest. Now at Eventide, we got Fong versus, I believe, what is this? I just saw them for a second. Versus Star. Fong has Star against the ropes, but Eventide, one of the best places to kite. Blue armor is at the top right now. Fong sees it right now, goes to the rooftop, hears his opponent healing. Now Fong with the dagger, always the dagger master, putting Star on notice. Can he make it through? F2 is going to be invested by Star, sending Fong for a ride, getting a 1-2 out of it. Now Fong knows where that armor reset is with the dagger. Looks like Star doesn't want to invest in fighting here. It's really, really tough to hold down a strong player here without investing all of your cooldowns and another player helping you hold him down. Just too much scale rushing opportunities. But look at the leaderboard. We got JL's AS with 2 kills, taking the lead. Everyone was doubting AS whether or not he still has it. Spider still in the running, so 22.9 still can take this down. Frostopus as well, 22.4, hasn't got a kill, but we're gonna get Star finding a parry onto Fong. Combo break's gonna be invested, not gonna get held down right now. F2 is gonna come out sneaky F2 off the ledge grab, but it looks like Star is gonna be backing off, gets that white armor reset. Fong coming in with the grapple LMB, looks for the raw LMB in Star's face. Super disrespect. The slow attack is gonna go through. Star is not ready to parry at all. Nice scale rush is coming out. Fong looking for the hit, gets the parry, and now the burn damage coming in big. Star needs to get an omnidirectional tiger for some siphon, but he's not able to. Fong is going to be able to swarm him, and DRG's Fong is going to take down JJH Star.
in a that mid parry right then and there was kind of flawless from Fong's end. So we're gonna hopefully see that later on, right? Because I like seeing Hadi ultimates parry. Because with V2, if you get a parry even in V1, you get a level 3 swipe to go after your enemy, and with the V2 allowing for that burn to be applied just like that, it's just a deal slicer for anyone who tries to out sustain a Hadi. Then all of a sudden gets parried by a Hadi in ult and just gets burned out for free just because of a blue focus that usually before patches and patches and patches ago, where you weren't able to parry Hadis, you just spammed R&B from like a fan or such sorts. Now you have to be more cautious about what your moveset's going to come through, because if not, you can get punished like lickety split. Now Arano into the Sunvale dwelling has himself 2 Romiangs nearby. We have full CDY over by Lake Yellowleaf for Frostivus, Spider, AS, OUGs, Mike, and GG Shaw. They're still over to nearby to the Artisans Grove, aka Moneytown, which is going to be northwest of the Celestial region. But Verst still trying to make his way through, hoping to kind of see where AS stands here, because he's literally at the top of the top of the big 3 right now between both Frostivus and Spider. So for him to kind of walk this one through and to want to allow himself to get into the Romy Yang would be a massive chance for him to converse himself into carrying over the most points from pre-finals. And that's kind of the basis of this. Mike had a great set of kills coming through into this to the Artisans Grove, so hopefully he can take this momentum into this Romy Yang. We've seen him walk into a Romy Yang with common armor today. You know, we saw him come through hot off a spawn and says, I'm gonna take this fight against Spider. And it kind of comes through for these players where Mike has his purple armor to go through. He's up against T225, who has his signature scare rush to scare rush to scare rush to scare rush. This is going to be a great fight, Raven. I think this is going to be a great testament to seeing how this round goes on from this point on forth.
225 actually has a bad matchup versus Mike, just because Mike is a heavy parrier and 225 loves to release his focus. Now, not to say that 225 may have learned his lesson. Will he find the focus attack? He uses the focus attack around the corner. Mike able to dodge to the win, and again with that chip parry going to do big damage versus 225. Now 225 releasing again another 1 charge, double 1 charge back. Now Mike able to get the tap dodge backwards with the half charge LMB, forcing out the combo rig, gonna block again, and this time sending it out. He does get the Tesla ultimate now. Hadi in a tough situation is gonna go straight up, try to deny the charm damage by sitting on the pole, but he is going to drop down. 1 charge going to come out from Mike, and again another parry. 225 tries to open up with a focus attack to set the conditioning trap, but Mike is ready. Non-stop parries coming out from Mike, big punishes coming up from this nunchucks, but the B2 is going to come out from 225 looking for the triple charge. Mike chilling, uses the F to half charge, take his turn back. Interesting, tricky play, and we're out of weapons. 225 going to drop down on his weapon, but Mike, while he has his eyes on the weapon, gets him with a nice V1, and again 225 is going to sit on top, does stop the clang. 5 seconds left. Mike is not going to deny it, will not be denied his kill, almost goes to die, but again OUG's Mike. This is when he heats up. Unfortunately for 225, he was heating up as well, but there's nothing you can do from the lava hot OUG's Mike. He wants to continue his dominance going into the finals. He's here to stay. He wants to be the #1 solo player within the league.
Exactly those points, and we were going to see T25 rush out here into the Sunvale dwelling. His opponent, JDG's Verse, who won his Romy Yang instead. And of course, if T25 is playing this one to his keeps, you know, Verse has 3 eliminations to 4 eliminations to the bar. So right now, he is kill leader in terms of the lobby, and having that Romy Yang victory, it will not slow him down for the matter, considering he has now gold dual halberd or dual blades instead. It's going to be a good chance for him to just catch any sort of LMB uppercut grapple bumps in process. But as DRG Fong is trying to look for the lockdown for Verse, we see the F2 is invested. T25 takes this as a point of engagement. We do see that Arano is looking to kind of lurk around here. Wang Liang closely tied behind into the Sunvale. He's going to make his way towards the Immortal Temple. But for Arano right now, looking for the time to repair, Mike has a right to the scene, converting his katana from the Romy Yang into a Hong sword. And as you can see, Fong trying to rotate inside of the temple, trying to see about anyone who's trying to get the high ground here, and looking towards the outside. He's keeping his rotation very nicely nightly in tit for the points to be earned. And if Mike has to be very careful about whether or not he's going to be looking to invest his second ultimate, because the moment that he does, it's going to be a chance for him to lose out on the rage that could be used for a kill confirmation rather than a kill steal from his opponents. There's a level 2 ultimate though from Arano, catching 2 targets to the stead. The Xiao ultimate is invested from Wang Liang, as he does have Romy Yang. He uses the teleports iframe through the enchant, has his second block to be earnestly depleted, but he has his third one still on his toe. So whether or not he wants to take the time to teleport, he's going to invest the third block as he's close gapping into this position. F2 comes out. Tumultuous ultimate comes out here for every single one of these targets to get caught out, and GG Shaw is locked into his own corner. And so you can see versus into the side. Mike can't do anything about this, and GG Shaw is low enough, but he has to dip out because he's RB from the fans, which is too good to be true. And there's the RB coming back to fourth where the parry's coming out. AS seeing the chance to just see the dashes coming out here into the Immortal Temple, while Leon has himself to get a reset off his heal, and everyone lives here with 1 HP. They were investing into a multiple amount of ultimates. T25 gets frozen off the ridge line. We're gonna see a horizontal be released here. T25 looking for his chance to use his ultimate as the last hurrah to pick up the soul limit. It's going to be made. It's not going to be had. It's going to be picked up by someone else. T225 looking for the level 3 slashes, and again, the action just keeps on going. T225 looking to try to find a way for resetting, and this is going to be a good chance for him to just walk out and to realize that there are kills to be had here, Raven.
Now, it was kills are to be had, but a lot of the kills happen to be in there. T225 doesn't want to back off, wants to take it to all these players. Wang Lang does find a kill right now. 225 on the hottie, staying active with the herd, fighting DRG's Fong, though. One of the harder players to hold down. Plays super safe and calculated, so he never really overcommits, finds the kills. Now we have GG Shaw on his tried and true Temi. 225 with the pole sword. He's going to catch the LMB onto Shaw, and then Tessa ult's going to come out. Just a Tessa third party, so much to deal with, and the pole sword scale rush coming out. Now Shaw going to be landing on the ground. First, he's going to be able to pick up the kill with a juicy R&B chopping Shaw in half. Now KLA's T225 looking to pick up where he left off. Had a massive game 5. Can he show up and have a massive game 6? It looks like Spider is going to be holding on to the lead, having 2 kills. JL's AS coming in contention. We just not really seeing him on the camera, but my man has been doing well all day. For him to be at 24/8, Alliance Frostbus is going to be taken down, but OUG's Mike climbing up the leaderboard as well with 3 kills. Can he pass his rival WBG Spider to close out the day? Spider under a ton of pressure. The V2 coming out from Hottie on the ground, kiting over and over. Fong, though, in hot pursuit, is going to take some big damage. Spider able to ice off that pressure, but from the top roads, first coming down with the R&B, and Spider ready, grabs the gold weapon, and we out of there. Instant scale rush to the top roads, but you know who's not out of here? T225. He still wants kills. He's not able to pick off one person yet. This has to be so frustrating for T225. So much fighting going down, yet so little kills.
Yeah, it's tough. The T225 was hunting around. The chaos that ensued inside of it, GG Shaw getting swiped out here by Verse for his 5th elimination from that arm, from the pole sword, is going to be coming out for this, this post-mortem type tactic. Now, Mike and Verse, both of them inside Roman Yang, kill leader versus hot off the press leader, the Cuban press. He's going to be looking for that sandwich and trying to get ahead and catching his 4th elimination. Of course, we're going to see whether or not this R&B is going to connect, and it's going to go through. But Mike is really quick on the Testament and trying to activate the Tessa ultimate, as it's not going to be, locked in for Verse, as he's able to avoid it with ease. LMB is investing into the F2 as that neutral is too dangerous to kind of come through. But the freeze comes out. The R&B's come into play. Mike has his 2nd ultimate ready to go here, looking for the chance, looking for the opportunity here, finds it, misses it. And Verse is rolling left to right and gets himself caught into a neutral situation he'd rather not be in. Cross sliding LMB coming through here. The dash is dodged. Mike has F1 again, so he's going to be good to go ahead and go for the chase here if he can for the lethal jab. But this is going to be a bait out tool for himself to look for some neutral positions. F2 is invested again for Verse. Gets caught to another neutral, and that's going to be it, where Mike finds that 4th elimination clean with it. Sliding LMBs going through, but another roaming happening here as Arano and Spider coming up between both the others. Now Spider finds his V2, but he gets his pounce, he gets his heal back. His armor is near full at this stage, but we're going to see Arano looking to try to find these dodges off the rip, but it's not going to be happening. As we see, Spider still has another V2, and he finds his elimination off the roaming Yang, taking another gold weapon to his stead, added to the build. I think it's his 3rd gold weapon now, and having to build out the White Tiger's prowess and finding opponents into the vicinity with this Rowan Yang. It's going to be the top 7 left into the game, guys, and it's going to be coming through for round 6. Unsure going through.
WBG Spider bringing it back. He had a slow game 4 and 5, and with the White Tiger buff, showing up big, shaking off the rust, shaking it off that roller. We're seeing vintage Spider clutching it up. And if this is any tell what it's going to be like going into finals, we got OUG's Mike and Spider at their full power level. OUG's Mike at 4 kills on the Tesla, WB Spider on his Akos 26.7, and JLAS, everyone was doubting whether or not he could still do it, showing up big. Now during the weeklies, I didn't really see AS going absolutely crazy. He never had a standout game, but today he's definitely standing out. The camera is just not on him today, though. We're not really getting to see a lot of JLAS's points. Besides that hottie day, he's been doing a lot of work, though, finding these kills in the group play with the pole sword. Wang Lang at 15.4 and 1 kill, still showing up usually here in these end games, just not able to capitalize like he normally can, weaving to secure those big placement points. But JDG's verse, 5 kills on the Justina, coming out from the depths, having a massive game himself. Can he launch himself up into the top 4 echelon? Everyone so close, neck to neck in points. Now WBG's Fighter with the white tiger buff, regen in play, 80 seconds on this. He's gonna send Arano on the run, armor stripped from him, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on his Yang depletion. F can be invested, no combo break to his name. Arano desperately trying to use the house to find some room to breathe, but Spider hot on his heels, ready to close him out. Spider scale rushing left and right, not able to find it, but the amount of clutter and noise, Arano's able to sneak out the backside and take a heal against the wall. Gonna go for a full heal right now. Nice reset coming out from him. No one's able to close him out, but he still has that Yang depletion. He needs to find a kill. Oh, I believe the whole lobby is here. I'm counting 7 players all lurking out right now. 10 minutes left going into this last leg. Game 6. Ooh, who do you think is going to take it? We have next to that. We have Mike, AS, and Spider. Now, Spider definitely the favorite. Has a full 2-point lead. But Arano, JDG's verse going absolutely nuts this round. Is he going to be able to survive the situation and keep his momentum going, though?
Well, Mike finds the elimination off of Verse. I was like, no, wait. Everything came out once that Dragon Slayer came through. And then Mike was, I saw him in the map. He was sneaky coming through here for a pistol shot, and he marked his mark. And that's where it's going to be the 3rd place, knocking out Frostbus for the top 3. And this is where the 5-kill game for Mike is now going to be the most sublime effort for 1st place position. Of course, Spider's still in the game, and Akos, and AS is still in the game as a Justina. So for Mike as a Justina, as a Tessa in this case scenario, he's going to take the time of using all the gold that he's got to buy the Jays that he can hopefully get, right? He's been going ahead and rotating those out in the shop. AS, on the other hand, he is looting up for that blue, the fat purple armor, as he had dropped his blue prior. It looks like his arsenal isn't too hot as can handle, but his pressure could be enough to make it into the end zones, where he's actually able to catch multiple targets in one consolidated spot with that V1. If you guys aren't aware about how the V1 works for Justina, I'm going to break it down for you real quick. V1 Justina comes in here with a 5% attack buff base. Each dash that connects a target is an extra 5% up to 2 targets for 10% on top of the 5, which makes it a 50% attack buff and a reset if you hit 2 targets each time. So for that reset, you can get multiple dashes. Now, replay coming through here from Spider against Frostbus. We weren't able to see this since the between rounds 1 and 2 of the Romy Yangs. We're going to see Spider locking himself in the zone against Frostbus, where this doesn't work well for Frostbus in any case scenario. Has to take the time to disengage and going into the zone, but that's where Spider used that one tree to use the enhanced scale rushes off of Akko's ult to come through. But Frostbus was really investing heavy into the zone, throwing that 1-2-3 that Spider knew that it was going to be a wild haymaker to come out from his opponent, which eliminates him from this round early on. Now, Mobile Cave coming out here, Spider having a Storm Stride on standby with his staff and the dual blades of gold rarity alongside that fan. This is where he's really going to shine. He's got 2 open slots. If he finds a parry, he's noticing that he's going to be able to catch these parries because he's on fleek today. Raven, I don't know if the counter is for parries, but I hope if we do see him getting MVP, knock on wood, that we can see like 13 parries, because I've seen a lot from him today so far for this round.
Yeah, Mike always has the highest percentage with landing successful parries in the league. Most people are under 1 parry a game, but Mike, one of the few players that he was like a 1.2, 1.5. I haven't seen the stats for this season, but you see that parry a big part of Mike's punish game. Now, 6 players live. We got Arano on the Tessa. Spider putting so much pressure on Arano. Spider doesn't want to go let this go to late game where the Teslas are sitting back, finding their openers onto other players. Spider is for sure taking this fight to Arano now. Arano, no health to his name. Will Mike betray and go for the last hit right now, or does he try to cover the Tesla member? Because he is definitely next if Arano's going to go down. Mike trying to grapple onto Spider, and it looks like Mike isn't going to betray. Instead, he is going to try to peel a little bit, but there's nowhere left to go. Arano does get one heal off. Wang Lang, though, with the pole sword, looking to get in there. 63% gets a white armor reset, and Spider is going to eat a Tessa ult now going into this room. LMB's coming to come down. Now Fong with the big flank. Spider is taking a massive amount of damage. The fight is going to go down to Spider. He's going to pop the combo break, pop the Tiger to get a little bit of health now. Does he get a heal off? Tessa ult's going to be coming in from max range. Spider, one heal, not a second heal, is going to be hopping away to the side. Oh, advanced heal is going to be taken. Never mind. Spider able to pick up 2 heals, and now Mike on the Tessa. The 2 Tessas making their way out of there, forcing out some of the cooldowns, but still going into this last leg, the Tessa Bane, that third-party Tessa ult, 2 of them locked in the chamber. Arano able to survive that situation. Mike had the option to betray right there. Arano was down to 1 HP, but Mike knows if Arano goes down, he for sure goes down. And Mike knows with the amount of kills he has, he just needs to ladder up a little bit more. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But yeah. JLAS on the Justina will have something to say about it. One thing I didn't really see as much before was with Justina's with the pole sword. You're able to get so much chip damage after a freeze with the pole sword that it ends up being one of the best weapons for Justina. Normally we were seeing a lot of Hong sword for that extended combo, but when in these tight instances, the pole sword ends up being really, really clutch for these end games. Going in the last little bit, only 2 points separating the top 3.
Yeah, the Hong sword for Justina's, like you said, like those type of weapons, they were really setting up Justina's for those LMP uppercuts into extending out combos if they need to. Pole sword making much action. We actually seen evolved from where the V2 Justina's made their marks. They guarantee a freeze. The kill potential for the RMB is there for a swipe of 800, 900 damage to the enemy targets, and that comes to work. That armor in the tree line, though, is going to be given a lot of somebody a lot of good health if they find the armor swap. But Justina's have options between now that with the pole sword of having its marks to be more for that one hit, one blue focus to come through. That also aligns with the spear as a weapon of choice. And if anything comes out, they still have a Hong sword. They use the lethal jab, which is the horizontal from the Hong sword from the release, or they can, if they have to dish out the dealing out the damage in a short manner of fashion, they'll use that to their advantage. But replay coming through here for when Spider fighting his first Romy Yang. This is up against Wang Liang as we see Wang Liang force the proc goal here. V2 active for Spider in just a moment if he finds himself necessary after an RMB from Wang Liang is denied with the ultimate focus. He finds the V2 off of this point. Wang Liang gets launched out here. Might be going for the jump LB, forces the second block, looking for the third block. There's the uppercut, grab bump, blue focus, gonna come out here for Wang Liang, gets rolled out because the Spider is already quick on it. Finds the V2 after the F2 is invested from Wang, and that's gonna be a jump LB to the RMB pounce, and for Spider to get his kill confirmation from that first Romy Yang, and having a gold fan to stand by for this last couple of minutes into this match. We're gonna see these players really spread out here. DRG's Fong looking for the sniper elite 4 type gameplay as he's looking to cross the board and being at the top of this watchtower. AS though in the back line, Spider just hiding out. Wang Liang really playing this out stealthy. Mike is trying to get this King of the Hill position though, as he does have only his 6 grapples. This is where things get really interesting for the supply game, because 6 grapples into the last 3 minutes, if he doesn't have the time to get escape, he's gonna have to use all of these buildings and walls to his terrain's advantage of just scale rushing away from his opponents. But we entered this last 3 minutes, Raven. Hopefully we can see some gameplay coming out here for the utmost extremities for the final round for pre-finals.
We see Arano and Mike posting up on the Tesla, sitting on the corner. It's like, you are family. We need to survive this situation. We need to find a little bit more kills. But DRG's Fong, rare instance for Fong to overextend. He's going to try to tap dodge roll, but WBG Spider is going to pick up the kill, launching his lead up even further. Mike's going to have to activate if he hopes to take down Spider and get that top place. Now, 13% of their points is going to be going into the grand finals, but getting that first place, that prestigious first, putting it on the resume, still Really, really nice to go. Now Wang Lang popping the heels off. He is going to take a ton of range damage now. Spider again activated, looking for the kill. Spider not slowing down on the Akos. A little bit different in the gameplay than Mike's Akos in these end games where he liked to play slow. Spider instead just threatening it, setting himself on fire. He needs to make sure that all of these other characters go down first. That Akos ult not the best for the heal off situation. Wang Lang last shield gonna be going down, and Mike sitting in front, or Spider sitting in front of him on the Akos. F2 is gonna be invested, but the range attacks just absolutely chunking Spider, and Mike is gonna pick up the kill. Nice disciplined play coming from Mike. 4 people left alive, a minute 50 on the clock. OUG's Mike climbing up the ladder versus WBG Spider, the 2 titans of solos. Arano putting on the pressure onto Spider, getting him in the Dragon Slayer. R&B is going to come out from JL's AS, also trying to climb up the ladder. Last 4 alive. JL's AS is going to pick up a kill. Now it's versus OUG, Mike, and JL AS. Who is going to take down first for today?
We think AS is going to have his ultimate proc out here. 2 Tessas in a world of trouble for this Justina, but he's looking to go between both targets, making sure that this Justina dash is going to be denied. Mike will look for the early investment for the Tessa enchant. Of course, the shunt is going to be coming through here. AS takes the high ground and uses his verticality to his advantage. That way he doesn't take a free blue focus, but with Arano keeping in mind about whether or not he can go for that Dragon Slayer, he's going to be successful with it. AS actually canceling ult due to that for that combo breaker. Now this is going to be between both of the 2. Now you can see how much Arano is just keeping that backline pressure and being patient, being consolidated towards it, and that's where Mike is getting his 7th elimination. Timings of the essence here between two of the Tessas, final Tessas. A Tessa ultimate for Tessa ultimate. Mike will look for himself to use his ultimate to just deny Arano, but Arano's looking for this as an opportune moment, looks for the whole blue focus. There's going to be a horizontal coming out from the nunchucks, and of course, if the LMB uppercut comes out here from Mike, it's going to be avoided by the F1. The combo break is going to come out from Mike here, and if he needs to get himself back into the zone, here's going to be a chance. Horizontal coming out from Arano, looking for the headshot, looking for the bow shot. Mike looking for the LMBs, ain't going to happen. The F1 pushes Arano back into the zone, but the arm meter dummy is going to be had. There's going to be a Tessa enchant into the zone. This forces Arano in a position he'd rather not go in, so he's going to risk it all, and that's going to be Mike's.
Oh my God.
For first place overall for pre-finals solos.
No way. This Mike back-to-back